All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of all trades. Yeah, it doesn't have the same effect, does it, guys? When I when I do my own hype man, I'm my own hype man. So, what's going on? How's it going? Let's see if I can get my picture on the screen. And let's see, 3, 2, 1. There I am in all my glory. Woo-hoo. All right, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. There, I've been swimming today with my kids in the pool, so I don't look that great today, but I never do. I never look that great. There you go. All right, well, let's jump in, guys. What's up, Merle? There's Mike. Good evening, sir. There's Seth, my man. Cheers, sir. Evo. Hey, buddy. And there's Keith, always looking for Moonboy charts. Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's jump in. The markets are looking toppy, man. They're looking super toppy. And we're going to look at what's going on. We're going to look at the wave structure. Now, listen, my title is a little bit of how do I say it? It's a little clickbaity. Okay, I will. Oh, good, Hugo. Good to see you, buddy. I'm glad you're on move. We'll have to catch up, dude. Anyway, a little clickbaity. There is a possibility. I've got a bullish count here, guys. So I'm going to share the bullish count with you. However, I just looking at the rest of the markets, looking at the Nasdaq, the S&P, we have reached critical top levels. I've been talking about that for a while. They were looking toppy. I made a video a while back on my channel. Says the market's looking toppy. It's been the last several weeks ago, and sure enough, in fact, the week that I shared that, it was around the top for sure. So anyway, the markets are really slow and they're dumping in, and you've got time, guys. But anyway, the markets aren't looking great. Okay, that doesn't mean the market can't go up this week. In fact, we might have a bullish week this week. Okay, I'm not here to say we're just going down straight down, right? But because the market goes in stages and in waves, and we understand that. So we're going to look at them. We're going to look at the markets tonight, and I'm going to show you the macro concept of where the markets are going, at least what the wave structure is pointing to, and then we'll analyze the micro concepts and say, okay, how might those waves, go down? Okay, so. Yeah, relief rally, we just call it a correction, right? El Primero Senior. So yeah, we always trade corrections as well as the macro view. So I'm going to show you what I'm seeing in the wave structure here from a macro perspective. We'll start with Bitcoin, do all of our analysis on Bitcoin, and then we'll branch out. We'll look at Ethereum, we'll look at ADA, XLM, XRP. We're going to look at the DXY, guys. We'll look at the dollar index. We're going to also look at the S&P and the Nasdaq. And we'll kind of just get a broad overview of what the market's doing. That's what we're going to do tonight. That's what we do on Sunday Night Charts. It is a chill, guys. It is time to chill, and time to relax and just kind of enjoy each other's company and check out what the markets are doing. So I'm not here to give you financial advice, though. I'm going to be talking about finances. I'm going to show you, but my main goal here is to show you from an Elliott Wave perspective how we look at the markets and how I'm looking at the markets and tell you where I think it might go. It's just an opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. I could be wrong. So with that being said, guys, let's jump in. Hope you guys are ready to rock. Everybody coming in right now, thanks for saying hello to me. I may not say hi personally to you, but I see you, Crypto Fitter. I see you there, buddy. And appreciate you. Glad you guys have come in. All right, let's jump in. We're going to start on the daily chart. We're going to talk about the macro concepts here on the chart. That is a major dump. Guys, that was a strong and powerful dump that could likely continue. However, we have some major we have a major oversold problem on the RSI. There needs to be correction. Generally, when we break out of a little level like we did, so basically you got this level that we played around on. We broke through it. We have in no way, shape, or form retested that breakout. Okay, normally we retest breakouts. Now, what's interesting is that for instance, if you look right here at the chart, right there. we broke out, okay, and then we retested. This one didn't really get a retest, okay, on at least the time frame I'm on. In fact, I think on even the 4 hour, I don't think we got a 4 hour retest of that sucker. So, yeah. Anyway, so there's a good chance we retake some of that single print, guys. It's kind of a single print. In fact, what this was, I mean, this was kind of a single print to the upside, and we have come back. We've come down to kind of take that back. So, yeah, that's looking. Just without an Elliott wave perspective, that it makes sense that we've retested this area. Okay, all right. So what are we looking at? What's the major? What do you call it? The wave structures that we're looking at. How do we interpret this chart from wave structure explanation? So let me show you how I'm looking at these waves, and we're talking about, okay, what could they be and what formations. Now, something very, very important here that we have to pay attention to is that we have a break of trend here. We have a price trend that's to the upside, and we have broken that trend. It is broken to the downside. That is very bearish. Okay, that's very, very bearish. All right. Okay, what does that mean? That means that price was trending to the upside, making higher highs and higher lows, but now we no longer we have broken that trend. We are now retesting this last low. It looks very likely, guys, that we're not going to make a higher low, but there's a possibility for it, so we'll talk about that. But regardless, that has broken that trend, so that's important to note. You'll notice right here we had this trend. You can draw this a couple of ways. You can draw it right there, something like that. You can see how we broke it, retested it for a little bit, and then we continued down. So there's a good chance we break this. This could keep coming down deeper, but we're going to retest eventually and continue down more than likely. All right. So I mean, that's just looking at generalities here. Not even talking Elliott. Just major the way price likes to move. Okay. Now, what's interesting is on the daily chart. On the daily chart, we have massive, very strong hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Okay, what does that mean? That means the RSI's come deeper than the previous low peak here. Okay, yet price hasn't been able to come as deep. Okay, in other words, the RSI has overtaken it's the momentum indication of the previous dump that we had, but price hasn't overtaken that. So that means price is bullish, at least for now, until this resets a little bit, at least to the 50. Maybe get a retest to the 50 of the RSI. I would guess some kind of a pullback that offers some relief to that wave. Now, let's start talking wave structure, and we'll start looking at, okay, what could the wave structures be? Okay, the first thing that I would like to point out is I believe that this right there, to that point right there, is more than likely a flat, an ABC. Okay, more than likely a flat. Secondly, the second wave that I'm looking at, the potential here, one potential count is that this is also a flat. We got 3 waves to the downside, 3 waves to the upside, okay, that ended with an ending diag, okay, and now we're bearish, and we're coming down for a C wave, okay. Now, this C wave, to me, looks like it needs to be very large, okay. In other words, a very bearish look at this, very bearish, says this is a wave 1, and we got a wave 2 right there, and now we're in the middle of a wave 3 to the downside. We're in the middle of a wave 3. Then more than likely we're going to see more downside momentum in a wave 3 that's going to probably end up coming way down here, retesting 19K. Okay, we'll get maybe a 4th wave and then a 5th wave. Now I would imagine that this actually could come even lower than I've got it drawn, but we're just going to draw it like this for now. That's a fairly proportional idea there. Let's pull the fibs and get a target zone for an ABC that might come that deep. A, B to here. And the target fibs, okay, I would say the 2618 is a good target to go to. It's the top of these waves, the bottom of these waves, this right here, that zone right there. Okay, the bottoms of these waves here, the tops of this area, that's a nice area to find support for price. That also gives time and time for the market to finish this very bearish structure. Now, does that mean we're going straight down this week? No, probably not. We're probably going to have a corrective week and a bullish week, if I had to guess. Okay, maybe not. But we could just roll over and keep rocking. Okay, in other words, the chart we may be in for something like this wave where we just keep going down. Okay. We had a break on Saturday from price action, maybe into Sunday, but we might be starting to move back to the downside even as we speak. Okay, potentially we'll talk about that in a moment. So anyway, with that said, this could be very bearish, and that would be an A, B, C to the downside. Okay, what is that structure then? So what is this making? Well, you'll notice that this first ABC created in a wave of itself. Okay, so this is one wave, and now this is a large wave proportional to that wave, and that's the second wave or the B wave, right? So we got two, we got an A and we got a B. So what are we looking for? Well, we got an A, boom. We got a B, boom. Now what? Look for a C. This thing may be making a larger expanded flat of some kind, or a flat of some kind, that gets us up to those upper targets, those targets we've been talking about, that 50K range, that 48, 50K range we've been talking about for quite a while, even 60K. That's totally plausible if this wave comes down this deep and retests this low. This is a completely plausible scenario. Now, whether it's going to play or not, I don't know. Okay, but the 2618 gets us back to 55K, guys. And so this would be a three-wave correction of some kind, followed by a catastrophe to the downside, just a major dump. And I'd be looking at that market. Now, I don't know if that's going to play or not, to be honest with you. I don't know if this is going to play, but it's just an idea to pay attention to. But if it does play, then we'd be looking at this as some kind of a really WX and a Y wave there. I'm not sure if that's going to play. I don't even like the proportionality of that at all, to be honest with you. So, just an idea there. But that's something to pay attention to, guys. Something to pay attention to. It's an idea on the macro chart. Okay, let's continue thinking about, okay, what else could we have here? Now, that's a very bearish look that basically has us correcting very small here. We do need some correction, though. We need some time to correct. So on the daily, we need some days of correction, maybe a couple of days or so, where we have maybe 3 days, maybe the entire week. We're kind of bullish-ish, right? We get a little bullish. We kind of come up for 3 waves before we roll over and continue downside. That's because the RSI is so majorly oversold. We need some kind of relief from that. So that only makes sense that we go up somewhat significantly, at least over a time period, to allow the RSI to reset on the daily back to the 40 or 50 area of the chart. Now, what else could be at play? Now, here's an idea I presented in my Discord over the week, and it's still plausible as well. You got A, B. We're going to put the top of C right here. So instead of C being here, we're going to put C at the top up here. Okay, and that changes things a little bit. Now, actually, I like this count just a little bit better, because what this does is this allows you to go 1, 2. All that was 3. This was wave 4, and that's wave 5. Okay, so that's another way we can account for an ABC, where you got 5 waves in C, and that's an ABC correction. Now, what would you expect to see after that if that's the case? What would you expect to see? Well, this first wave is some kind of a 3-wave move, an A wave potentially. We'd be looking for a correction back to the upside, a B wave, which could overtake that previous price area or not, and then continue back down for a C wave. Okay, so that's another count that we've got to consider that I haven't really considered, and I've got even one more count that I haven't shared with you that I haven't considered Seth in our group kind of mentioned, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even see that. So we got to give credit to Seth for showing me the next chart that I'm going to show. But this is a possibility as well, where you have, instead of being ultra bearish here and we keep going down, we actually come up in a correction before we come down in the next wave. Now, if we come back 90% of this wave here, then we could create a flat. This could go down in 5 waves all the way down and retest this low. That would be a complete possibility as well. So that's another wave structure that you can kind of keep an eye on, kind of say, yeah, that's a potential. And so that's really important as well. That's an idea. Now, I'm ignoring the chat right now, guys, so I'm sorry if I'm ignoring you, but I'm just trying to get information out to you as quick as possible. All right, what else could be at play? Well, in that particular count, the ABC ended here instead of ending here. And this isn't a flat that we're looking for to come deep, but rather we have an A wave that is developing that may not be finished, but it might finish in 3 waves, or it could finish in 5 waves. You just have to wait and see how that finishes. Oh, well, excuse me. Ugh. Now, what's interesting about it finishing in 5 waves here, guys, if it did finish in 5 waves, then this could be, oh, come on. This could be, man, my chart is jumping. That could be an A, B, and a C. That 5 waves could be the ending move of this larger ABC. Okay. So there's a plausible, possible idea. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Sorry about that, guys. All right. So what else could be at play? What other wave structures might we be looking at? So just to review, we've got an ultra bear idea that says we correct here just a little bit and we roll over and continue down. And we're in the middle of some kind of wave 3. We'd flag out for a wave. Oh, my chart is jumping like crazy. So we'd flag out for a wave 4 and then go down for a wave 5. And we'd get five waves. Something like that. Let me turn off my VPN here. I am turned off. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Okay. Now, what's another idea? Now, this next count's courtesy of Seth in our group, where we have this wave that I've been looking at, 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and now we're looking for 5 waves down. We might flag out for 4 and get 5, something like that. That is an ABC. That's actually a wave 4 of the larger idea. So we got A, B, looking for C to finish. It's not done yet. And that ABC right there will finish somewhere in this range here. We can pull the fibs here at the bottom of 1 to the top of 3. But we'd be looking for somewhere around 24.5, 25K, 25K range to about 24.5 range, somewhere in there. Okay, and what that would be is the 4th wave of C. So we got 1, 2, all of this is 3. That is wave 4. We'd be looking for a wave 5 to get up here to get up higher. Okay. Now that's another play for you guys. This count gets us up to about 40. If it's an extended 5th wave, if it becomes an extended 5th wave, that gets us up to around, 43K range, which is an area I really, really like. I like the 43, 44K range. Now, if they give us a really extended 5th wave, I suppose we could get up to 50. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's likely or not. So I'm not a big fan of this count personally. But you might argue that the hidden bull that you're seeing here is pointing to that being a wave 4, and that we're ready for a move back to the upside. Okay, so that's another possibility to consider. All right. Let me just check the chat here, see what you guys are saying, and we'll talk about it. Just kind of a chat here. Just reading the chat here. Evo, you said this idea is very plausible. You're thinking my expanded flat down to 19, 18K. Is that what you're thinking? Did we lose sound, guys? Are we still doing okay? Okay, we got sound. All right, good deal. Yeah, I agree. I think 50K looks too high, unless this is an extended fifth wave. If that's an extended fifth, a lot of times you can get a one-to-one relationship. But I'm agreeing. I don't like the proportionality of that wave. I'm not a big fan. And to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this count. But I think we have to at least entertain it. Okay. I think we have to at least entertain this count. Because it's possible. But per my analysis of the rest of the market, I'm thinking nah, probably not going up here. Okay. Now let me give you another idea here that is kind of you have to watch out for, and this is a little tricky. So let me show you now a tricky count that isn't as obvious. Okay. So what if, and this is a nasty count. Okay. What if, in order to really deal with the oversold nature of this market, what if we get a shot up here where the B wave becomes a flat in and of itself right here, and that's a B wave, what I just drew, of this larger flat. And so in other words, what if we get a more complex B, and then we get a C? So we get a stop hunt to the high, basically. We would expect some kind of a quick move, a very fast move to the upside, take the top out, and then dump, a pump and a dump. Okay? Well, Sound Spot, thanks so much. Appreciate that encouragement. And I think somebody else encouraged the likes as well. So appreciate the likes. Thank you, guys. So yeah, I mean, so that's kind of a tricky idea that I had, something like that, where you got A wave and then you got a complex B, and then C. So this becomes a really fast move to the upside, a quick pump and then a dump to the downside. Seth likes this one the most. So out of all those ideas, what do you guys think? Which idea do you like better? Do you like the ultra bear count that I said, hey, we're in the C wave right now, we're just coming down here? You like that idea? To come down now? Do you like the idea that this is a wave 4? We're going to get a wave 5 after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to get a wave 5 after that? Or do you like the stop hunt idea, where we come stop hunt, take out the high, and then crash down really fast? And then, yeah, a quick move to 28K. I can see that as well. Some kind of a retest of the breakout, and then boom, on the way back down. That's totally possible as well. Sure. Lots of little ideas here, aren't there? One thing I'm seeing is I think it's plausible that we go up and take this high out. I think it's kind of a plausible idea, considering the S&P and the NASDAQ. Okay, So I've been calling the top here, thinking, guys, we're really toppy. We're looking close to the top here on the S&P. Been looking for this to come down. My count is right there. We got an A wave, we got a B wave, and now I'm looking for C, right? But I can totally see this thing going straight up, taking the top out first, okay? Maybe even taking the high if they want to, but I don't think it has to. I'd like it better if they didn't take the high from Elliott, but they could take this straight up again really quick before they dump it. Okay, so this top right in here can take any number of shapes. In other words, this might be the first part. They could run. They could do something, up like this, and then boom, take it down. So there's all kinds of stuff that can happen. But we're making a top, I believe. I think we're toppy. Okay, but that being said, a move upward, a Bitcoin to the upside might correlate with a shot up on the S&P as well. Stop hunting the high and then rejecting and going lower all the way back down there. You'd like to see the macro. Nicholas says he'd like to see the macro count on the monthly. Or we just finished 5 waves down. I don't know any count on the macro that gives me especially the monthly, that says we finished 5 waves down. Yeah, we definitely don't have 5 waves on a monthly chart to the downside. You could call this 3 waves. And we definitely have a little flat here. Looks about done. This looks about ready to rock to the downside. We could even come down and take the lows out. I doubt it though, because this is very 3-wave-ish, right? There's 3 waves there, so I'm kind of looking at this as maybe another 3 waves before we go back up. Mark's pointing out the CME gaps. Yeah, and I note the CME gaps, and I think they're worthy of noting, but I don't think they're worthy of trading. Because sometimes we close the gaps, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't close the gaps, right? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna close the gap. We got a gap up here at 27. Okay, that I think that's likely to be filled. I really do. I think that's a likely one to be filled eventually. Let's look at the daily here. Where are the gaps? Yeah, we got a little gap up here at 35. Yeah, it is 37, isn't it? Yeah, 36,000. 36,000. And we got a little gap down here at 20K. Yeah, there's a gap down there. So I mean, we note those, but we also have a gap here at 27 that we got to pay attention to. Quick. Yeah, Nick, I don't see 5 waves here. I mean, I know you're kind of looking at this right here, but what you have to understand now, I'm not sure how much you know about Elliott wave, and I'm not picking on you in any way, shape, or form. But this right here is not. This isn't a wave 4, and that's a wave 5. It's not proportional. So there's something called proportionality that we look for in impulse waves, a 5-wave move. So I'm trying to get rid of that. So what a 5-wave move looks like. If you want to see a 5-wave move, here's an example of one. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be an example of a 5-wave move. Okay. You might argue that and one might argue this, by the way, that this right here is an expanded flat. Okay, the problem is this isn't 5 waves down, so I don't argue that personally. I actually argue that this is probably a finished 5 waves. That's 1, that's 2. We're going to call this wave 3, 4, and then 5. And I would say that's a finished 5 waves, potentially. Okay, and that means you'd kept it. Let's go to the 2-week chart and kind of see it a little bit better. But the weekly, yeah, weekly gives it to you a little bit better. So you can kind of see 5 waves here. 1, 2. Yeah, this is where it gets tricky. 3, 4, 5, maybe. You might argue that that's 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's just I am not one, guys. To be honest with you, though, on the macro, I don't need to count for the macro because I don't think the markets move like that. So I don't think the markets are I don't think we put it in log scale and start counting, something like this. Oh, come on. I'm having a hard time with my clicker. I don't think we should, throw. I'm not one of those guys that puts that in log and tries to count this wave. I don't think that's the way the markets move, based on my understanding of the forex and just the way other markets generally move. I believe Elliott wave, but I don't believe Elliott on the macro. Okay. So anyway, the way I operate, generally speaking, is I'll just go far enough back for a finished move, okay? And so the question is this move to the downside finished? I don't think it is. In fact, if you look at the RSI on the weekly here, you can see that we have broken. We have broken on the weekly right here. You can see that right there. But I think we need a retest. So I think we need a weekly retest. So I think we could get bullish. We could get bullish over the next several weeks. The next couple of weeks, we could be very bullish. In which case, we could make a higher high, okay? That's a possibility, okay? And that higher high could get extended, all right? But it would make a lower high here on the RSI, okay? And we would be looking for divergence on the weekly there between the wave 3 and the wave 5 there. Okay, 3 and 5 on the RSI. Then we'd be looking lower. Okay, and that would be A, B, C. That would be looking for 3 waves back to the downside. Somewhere around $40K, $4,000. $4,000 has been a target of mine for quite a while. As low as $1,500, $1,400 range potential. So it just all depends on how high this thing comes. Okay, if this is bullish. So if this thing gets bullish on us and shoots up here, I'm looking at 42 to 43 to 44K range for an extended 5th wave, okay? And that would be an A, B, and a C wave, all right? And then I'd be looking for 3 waves to the downside. Now, I just don't know if the markets are going to support that move, okay? Unless that move correlates with a potential retest of the high on the NASDAQ. So on the NASDAQ, we could get a retest of the high. And it may take a little while to play. It could do something like that, or it could make 5 waves to the upside, retesting the high here, or even taking the high out to finish this wave, okay, before we get a major dump. Now, if a smaller move on the NASDAQ correlates with a larger and faster move on Bitcoin, that's fine, okay. So that's a possibility. So anyway, what's just interesting that we have to pay attention to here is that on the weekly we have broken out on the RSI to the downside. We've broken price trend to the downside, and we've broken the RSI to the downside. So it's very bearish looking. It makes it seem to me that the market is primed for a stop hunt to the high. We hit this high, we came down. We hit the high again, barely, and we rejected it. We've given all these signals for bearishness. It makes a lot of sense for me for the market makers to take those signals and say to the market, screw you, I'm going to come and take out all the liquidity for everybody shorting this thing, everybody going short, looking for this thing to dump down here, okay? And they come up here and they screw everybody out of their money, and and they could even take it higher than expected, get up here to that 42, 43 range that I've been talking about, and then dump the crap out of it. Okay, that's a real, from just a market maker standpoint, that's a real possibility there, and I want you guys to be aware of that. That could be on the table. Okay, because this market is looking a little too, how do I say it? On the weekly, it's just looking a little too easy, a little too simple. Now, we may not get that big of a stop hunt. We may not go there. It could simply, I've got another count that takes us right up here just to take the high out. Boom, 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 right there, okay? We got an ABC down to here, ABC down up to there, and then boom, down to here. So we go stop hunt the high and then reject immediately, and we go down to about, I don't know, 17K, 17 to 15K range, something like that. And then we go up and hit that upper target, and that gives us a three-wave move to the upside. So, again, some other ideas there that are at play. So what I want to just, how do I say it? Just set as important here for all of you listening is that while this chart looks very bearish, it looks too bearish. Okay? Oh, Tone Lee, why not? Why not cheaper? I'm not. You got to understand. You got to understand that I'm calling for lower numbers, but you got to remember they don't make it easy on anybody. They go and take things out. They take price levels out before going down. They screw you up the best that they can. No, you couldn't have a WXYXZ to the low, from the high to the low. This Z is not proportional to the W and the Y. Okay, so the Z would have to be proportional to the W and the Y. All right, so I would argue and say no, not the case, not the case. All right. So anyway, let me just warn you that yes, while this thing looks bearish and while it looks like we're going down, in a downward direction right now, you have to realize that they can completely change directions on you right now. Okay, no matter how bearish the market looks right now. Okay, no matter how bearish it looks, they can turn around and pump price back up to the top, take out these. Man, you know how much liquidity is up here? How many people are shorting this right now? Okay, how many people are looking to short this? And especially after that weekly red candle right there, people are just wanting to short like crazy, right? I don't think it's wise at this moment in the week to be thinking about shorting right now for lower lows. There's going to be a retrace in that wave. Look at prior price movement. Now, I don't know which week it's going to be, right? We could roll over and have another bearish week down here, right? But then they will retrace it. They will find a way to retrace it and come back up. So you got to kind of wait for your opportunity. It's hard to know what they're planning on doing, right? But take a peek at this weekly move, right? They had a big weekly move, okay? Then they had another weekly move, all right? Then a big wicky candle, not much move. Then boom, and then boom, okay? They have not retested in any way, shape, or form this breakout. What if they took it up to that 38K range? Could they do it? Yeah, absolutely. This could be an A, B, and a C, and they take it up here to this range. So this might have to play around for a little bit, come down, and then take it up. So just be careful, okay? Johnny Wishbone, we're pretty much stuck using VPNs. Femex is a decent is a decent exchange to use. 33K, then hammer. Yeah, that's a real possibility. Yeah, take out that liquidity and then boom. So, there's so many possibilities happening here. Guys, I just want you to stay safe in the way that you're trading, okay? Just be careful. And realize it's not really cut and dry on where it's going. Let's see here. See if I can get you my... see if I can send you an invite link to Femex. And let's see if I can find it here. I'll give you a referral link. You can use my referral link, and you get stuff, and I get stuff for. There you go. Here's a Femex referral link for anybody that wants it. Hold on one second. There it is. There you go. So if you want to try Femex, click that. It sends a shout out to me for referrals, and you get extra bonuses as well. It doesn't hurt anybody. It only helps. So there you go. If you want to try Femex. BG, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. If you need to learn how to protect your money, man, come join my Discord. I'll keep you squared away, for where the market's heading. And we in our Discord, we caught the short. I just got out of it too soon. I didn't hold it as long as I could have, but anyway, it was a nice short. But anyway, if you need some help protecting your money, we'd be glad to help you. Just come join the Discord. Go to my Patreon, which there's a link in the description. I'll be glad to help you, man. I'm sorry you lost that. Camel tea bag, that may be correct. Nobody knows where the market's going, right? All right, so you might be right for sure. But as we look at the wave structure is still corrective to me. All right. So watch out, guys, that this isn't some kind of a wave 4, okay? Where we get a pump up to the upside. Be careful there. That's a possibility. Shoot, another possibility I imagine is that instead of getting a real deep move that comes way down here, we might just get a shallow move down to here again, and then go up in 3 waves again, and all that becomes a WXY, just a little bit more. There. Hey, thanks, El Primero. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, well, let's. We've kind of looked at Bitcoin. We've kind of looked at all the different counts that are there. That's the macro. Let's look at the micro, kind of see what the chart might be doing this week. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, I mean, when I look at the chart, I see some of a leading wave. I see a corrective wave right there, and then I see this move right here. So what's going on in here? Well, it looks like it's the beginning of some larger correction. Okay, 4-hour chart, we're correcting to the upside. You can see how, though price is kind of going sideways, you can see how the RSI is resetting. That's hidden bearishness. Okay. So that's telling you that this is very corrective in nature, in its nature. So we've got this 3-wave move to the downside, and currently we have a 3-wave move to the upside. But I don't think that 3-wave move to the upside is finished. The way I'm looking at this in the 1 hour, let me just kind of show you what I kind of think is going to happen in the next couple of days. So I want to draw some lines in the chart. I'm going to be accused of drawing lines, okay? But let me explain to you how we look at the market. So first off, I see this as 3. That's a clear 3 to the downside. It's pointing to the fact that more than likely the next wave is to the upside, which is obviously what's happening, right? So how do we interpret what's going on right in here, okay? Well, we have an initial move to the upside, all right? And then we've got this initial move down. What's going on in here? How do we interpret this? Well, the way I'm interpreting it is we got boom, we got a flat here, boom. I'm looking for some kind of move like that, all right? So the way this may be playing is that this could be a 3-wave move to there. This could be a 3-wave move to here. And then we could get a flat, which goes up quickly, okay? Or this could go up slowly. I would imagine this is going to dump down to here, retest these lows, okay? Because we're already we're testing a breakout here, okay? Come down here and then shoot up. What that's going to be is a 3-wave, a 3-wave. Well, actually, yeah, this could be it. Let's see. Could that be a flat diag? No, I don't think so. And that could be 5. Let me think this through here. We could come up here and then down for 3. This could get real complex. Shoot up, and all of a sudden that becomes A, B, and C. And then we roll over and hit the low. It's possible. Thanks for granting the permissions to draw lines. I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah, so man, I'm trying to interpret what's going on here. This is clearly 3 waves, right? That's clearly 3. What's happening here? What's going on? Let's get down smaller time frame. Look at that wave structure there. All right. I have a different count. What if this is reversal here, guys? What if this bottomed? It's finished. It's done. It's kaput. This would be in line with my, if it's finished and we're not getting any other lower stuff, that would kind of be in line. Oh, sorry, guys. In line with which of my counts? Of this being an A wave. of this being some kind of A wave, and now we're in the middle of a B wave, which we get C, and that B wave could take the top out. We could be getting, okay, here's, you're not going to like this. But you might like it. You might like it okay, just fine. But you see this right here? You see that move right there? Look at this right here. Look at that fractal. What do you see? Is that not almost identical? Almost identical. Fractal. Where you have this, boom, we hit the top, went down in 3. It's almost identical. Identical. Okay? Boom, hit the top, down in 3. It's just bigger. It's bigger. Same maneuver, just bigger. We flag out, roll over, hit the low, take the top. It's Wyckoff, totally. It's just Wyckoff accumulation. I think that's real plausible, guys. And that count would be part of, and then of course we'd have a dump after that, right? And that count would be part of a more complex B, where we got the A wave down to here. This becomes the B wave up to there, and then we get a C wave. And it's just bigger. Everything is just bigger. That's a real possibility right there, guys. Boom. I kind of like that. What do you think? It's 54 of you watching. 32 likes. Hit like for me, guys. Hit like. That's an interesting idea on the small time frame. You're just thinking up. Now we got to watch out because they've been doing kind of diagonals as like right here they made this expanded thing and then they diagonaled up to the top. They could diagonal this. Boom, 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 boom. Something like that. And then drop it. 5, 3, 5, drop. So there's a possibility, guys. It looks so bearish. I think everybody's looking down now, and I think it's prime for them to just take it up. Well, we'll see, though. We'll see, because they took it up here. They brought it down. So, yeah, they're going to here's the thing. I wouldn't be too quick to take any trades here, especially if you trade margin here, because there's a good chance they do a lot of shenanigans here where they take the lows and then boom. So I'd sit out until you see something develop that you absolutely love. For instance, if they come down and hit this low and then they give you a rejection, you might consider taking the long off that rejection there. Something like that. Yeah, I think Mark Sura, that plausible. I got counts that kind of take us up there to 36, 30. I like 38. If it's going to get up to 36, I like the 38. And I would love to see a wick to 42, 42K. Boom, just get up there and reject. That would be my ideal. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I think that that zigzag Seth is real plausible there. So A, B. Let's get 5 waves to the top. C. Why not? Oh, 34 exchanges already took this low out right here. Okay. Interesting. Well, we've had a chance. So this is majorly oversold. I think there needs to be a correction. I think a move to the upside is real plausible right now. So I'm kind of looking longish, guys, not for continuation to the downside. Okay. So even though my title says the crash has begun, it doesn't mean we can't go up and take the top out. It just means that we have to understand wave structure and the different ways that this crash could take place. So please understand the way market makers move. If you guys need help navigating this on a daily basis, I do 2 live streams a day so that we, as in our Discord, we stay on top of the wave structures and we just keep ourselves safe from just looking at the waves together. I give my Elliott ideas every day, and we just say, okay, this is where it could go from here. We just track it wave by wave. So if you need help in that, guys, you got to come join the Discord. Love to have you. It's not just a one-off on Sunday nights. So I like to take my time on Sunday nights and really look at the charts. But it's every day. We give a good hour and a half in the mornings and a good 30 minutes in the evening times, just to update ourselves on during the opening of the market and on the closing of the day. So I want to just really invite you guys in if you guys aren't part of that. All right. So now let's go over. Let's start looking at Ethereum. Let's start looking at correlation. See what could be taking place here. See if there are any trades setting up. Okay. So let's see what Ethereum's looking like. What is Ethereum looking like? Well, let's see what the idea that I had the other day here. What's playing out? Okay. So here's a similar idea that I had playing out here for Ethereum that we might be heading up. Might be heading up for that C wave here. So we got an A, we got a B, which is more complex, and then we'd be looking for a C crash there. So we could be getting a pump, retesting the high before we get a deeper dump on Ethereum. So there's a real possibility here. This is the way I'm kind of tracking the waves here on Ethereum. Okay, super oversold on the daily. We need a bounce here. We need a bounce. That RSI needs to reset before it could retest the low. There's no doubt about it. We could definitely play around here, retest the low. RSI could play around, retest the low before it goes up. But I think we're really potentially moving to the upside. In this case, this would be a flat with maybe an ending diag, maybe some kind of a corrective diag of some kind before we get a major dump to the downside. So I think this wave is real plausible as I look at this chart. Is anything else plausible? I mean, I'm sure. Let's notice this trend line right here. So we got a trend line down here. What if they just wanted to bring this down here or just roll this over? And that could be A, B, and that could be C. Boom. And then up after that. It could be something that simple. They could also break this trend line down, retest, boom. And that becomes boom, boom, boom. That's the ultra bear look before we go up. 3 waves up, 3 waves down, back up in 5. that's another possibility as well. But I like what I had drawn before. I kind of like this idea. Let's see if we get some kind of move like this. I don't pay attention to the wick personally. It's an outlier robot. It's an outlier to me, so I don't pay attention to the wick as part of any count. I've excluded it. Okay. All right, let's take a peek at ADA. See what ADA. This is a beautiful count. I'm really biased to the ADA chart. I'll be honest with you. This looks very plausible here. Okay. So what I've got here is a WXY working where I'm expecting the low to be taken out, but I need a 3-wave move to develop right here. I need a 3-wave move to develop here. Okay. It could be something like this. It doesn't have to be as big as I just drew it. Okay. It could be something like this, right? And then it rolls down for another wave. So I think that's super plausible right there. And what we would have then, basically, we got a 3-wave move there. Okay. Then this becomes a WXY. That's a 3-wave. There's your B wave of a flat. Okay. And then we'd be looking for 5 waves to the upside. And that's a large correction. That takes us to the upside. It looks like a breakout. What will happen after that is we'll probably get a break of the low before we get a reversal. Okay, 0 is down here. So we'd be looking at boom, boom, W, X, Y. Flat, take the low out, up we go, later. Back down to this range. But we get a rally first. See how the RSI is kind of setting up for this rally here? But I think we need a dip and crash at this low on ADA. I think that TA for ADA is spot on. Okay, this allows for a dump, a rally, and a major dump. Okay, and I think that's real plausible for Bitcoin. Okay, if you look on the daily chart for Bitcoin. Actually, let's look on the weekly chart. Okay. We get a little bit of a 3-wave, and we dump. Get a big rally, and then a major dump after that. Okay. That's the same count. Boom, boom, boom. Oh man, excuse me. So I like that for ADA. I think that idea is spot on, spot on. It's a proper idea. Just cleaning my chart up a little bit. So looking for this to be a 3-wave. And then down. So guys, be careful this week. We may get a lot of sideways crap. We may not be going anywhere in price. It may just be a bunch of sideways stuff. Or BTC may be, on the larger time frame, correcting to the upside in 3 waves before down. Yeah, that's a joke in the Discord, Camel Teabag. It's a joke, and we have a guy from he's sleeping right now, and he lives in England, and he always jokes around. We have a joke. He talks about a proper bar. We need a proper bar for working out. So now everything is proper. So we got a proper correction and proper. All right. Let's look at. Somebody asked for link, so let's check the link out. See if the link is telling any kind of story for us. Excuse me. Ooh. That didn't play out, did it? Actually, it did. Looks like we just need... This is Matic. So we have an A wave. We got a B wave. Real shallow. That's trashy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a 5th wave down in Matic. That'd be an A, B, C. Let's go. 5 waves. So that... This supports... Matic supports a hit to the low and another wave to the upside. That's a good count, and that correlates with what we're expecting in Bitcoin. So that looks nice. That looks real nice. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Then what? Down. Then down. Man, that correlates perfectly with what we're looking at for Bitcoin. Oh, that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think Matic is telling the story. Right there. Let's look at that a little bit more carefully. I'll show you what I was seeing. So you can see how I have the leading diag right here. That's a leading diag. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And then we got this crappy B wave right there. ABC didn't, and you know how we never got the correction I was looking for. That deeper correction. It was shallow. So they never gave us the 618. Yeah, Evo. I said that was one of my counts. Absolutely. 80K? I don't know about 80K. I don't know. They could do that. Anyway, so yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, 3-wave move. I need 5 waves. I don't have 5 waves. I got a wave 4 working here. Let's have 4 finish. 4 is probably going to end up coming up here. Boom, and then down, and then up. So once I see that stop punt on Matic, it's going to be my buy signal here, guys, for a potential wave to the upside. I like it. I'm going to have Matic up on my charts. I like it a lot. Do you believe in Matic? Let me just get my... Yeah, Sean, I will look at Tesla for you. Let me finish. Let me get Link now. I'm gonna look at Link. Absolutely. Looks like a good trade. I might trade it this week. Break of that structure. Might be a good short. I hate Bitcoin. I think that looks like trash. Okay, so let me go ahead and look at Link now. Maybe we'll take a peek at LTC, and then I'll look. Y'all can put other charts you want me to do. I'll take some requests. I haven't looked at the DXY yet, but I'll show you what I'm looking at there in a minute. In just a minute. Link. I had a couple accounts there, didn't I? Never got that upward move. It never finished. Sucks. All right, let me reimagine this wave here, because that's for Link. I had three, didn't give me very good 5 waves, but we're going to call that 5. It's finished. 3. Now the question of the day for Link. There's some pretty strong hidden bull. Could this become boom, 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 boom? Could that become a giant? And then the C wave is up here? What do you think of that? I just did Matic. Did you not see it? Back up the chart. You just back up. Just rewind. Could that be a giant flat? It could be. So what's going on here on this wave then? What is happening? Okay, that could be a WXY and it could be done. W to there, X to there, and Y to there. Could be finished. Could be a finished count right there. Boom. I got hidden bear all over this chart though. Hidden bear's divergence like crazy. There's going to be a retest of the low. Best I can tell. Watch for a break of the structure on the 4 hour. Watch it come down, retest the low, make a higher low, maybe a lower low in price. So this could come up here, boom, then down. Looks like we're going to retest the low on Link. But yeah, that could be about finished. They might want to come down here and finish it. but it may be done. It may be already finished. It's at the 618 retrace. This may just go up. They could take out that hidden bear by a strong move to the upside. All right, so anyway, that's Link. Let's look at LTC now. That's a tough one. Ooh, look at LTC. Look at the hidden bear on that sucker. That looks so nice. That looks like a proper correction. Maybe a little bit more upside, but man, that looks like a proper correction. Hidden bear, big time. On the 1 hour for sure. Looking for a downward move. Maybe another hit to the low. That looks nice. Let's go to the daily. It almost did what I had drawn, didn't it? It almost did. Just didn't get up there high enough for that correction. Dang. Yeah, but look at this. Yeah, it's looking like a flat here. 3, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it looks like LTC needs to come down and finish. So I think LTC is going to hit the low again. Lower low, baby. Coming to a chart near you, more than likely. Guys, I just looking at all these charts, it looks like on a lot of these, we need to go tag the low one more time before we shoot up. But that may happen. We tag the low, and then we go up, tag the high. Okay? Now, what might happen after that? Big old crash. Let me take everything off this. Look at it differently here. Yeah, guys, see LTC's looking awful bullish, to be honest with you. It looks real bullish. So that there's something going on here. There's something happening. I see what's happening, yeah. It looks like it needs another hit to the low, maybe, okay? Unless they wipe that hidden bear out. Which, you know, it just all depends on how this wave develops. But the 1 hour looks like it needs to go hit the low again. Okay, so if it goes down and dumps to tag the low, it may reject off of that because you've got this 3-wave move right there in the middle, and that looks like an A, a B, and a C that's finishing. Okay, so you got boom, 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 boom. This could get more complex, I suppose. But it looks like there's some kind of a 3-wave move in the works at least, or a big move to the upside. But it may simply just be a 3-wave move, maybe not as big as I've drawn it. Maybe something like that, right? And then more down. And that might give you, boom, a big extended B wave, and then a C wave. And that would be a nice correction. For LTC. So LTC is another one of those charts that looks a little clearer. It's just like Matic was. It's pointing to the upside here. Okay, it's pointing to kind of a big retrace here. So really, let's pay attention. Let's pay attention here on the daily chart for Matic and LTC. They're both kind of pointing to the upside for a wave. Okay, it doesn't mean forever, just means they're kind of pointing here and then maybe down after that. Okay, but for now, it looks like we might be getting a rally to take that top out, which means Bitcoin might be headed up to take the top out like we've been talking about it. Okay. All right, Merle's asking for, and Chemo, if you could give me maybe a list. I don't know if you caught the list of what's happening here, but let's take a peek at stock RTX. And let's take a peek at the NASDAQ and the S&P as well with the DXY, and then I'll do the rest of your requests there. So Merle is asking for, oh, dude, look at that gap, man. Look at that gap. I'll get, Mr. Raj, I will get you, I promise, on Lena. I think you've asked a couple of times there. I promise I'll get you. So all you have to do is put it in once. I'll go back and make sure I catch all the requests. So I got you. I got you, man. So yeah, that looks, ooh, man. So this kind of, I don't know. I'm torn here. Merle, I see this coming back up, something like that, before a bigger move down, I think. See how this kind of went up in 3 waves, boom, 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 and then took the low. I kind of see that happening again, where they come up, they close this gap, they take the highs out, and then they dump it again. That would be what I would kind of pay attention to. One more high, maybe, and then boom, big dump after that. That's just a guess. That's a guess based on the gap there and previous price action. Okay, you see how this kind of came down in 3, shot up, came down in 3. Okay, you see that? So here came came down in 3 there, went up in 3, took the high, shot down. Came down in 3. Let's go up, take the high, shoot down maybe. So there's RTX. I think it's primed for a long, buddy. I'm guessing a long in here. Let's look on the 4 hours, see if the 4 hours telling us anything. You know, the 4 hour doesn't look horrible here. It's broken structure to the upside. Here, you see that? They broken, retested. Not a bad looking long there. I'm here to tell you, I don't mind that long at all. Now they could stop at the low, and then reverse to, and get up here, right? But I think move to the upside could be imminent. You might just wait that out, and then maybe look to take the short after it's finished. It just depends. But that looks decent for I don't know, a 20% gain. Not too shabby. Yeah, that might be all the correction you're getting right there. That might be 3 waves done, and this may be on its way up. We could stop on the low really quick and then go up. That's another possibility. That might be an entry. If you get that stop onto the low, taking out this liquidity right here, that's a perfect entry long. That's just a beautiful entry. But you've already broken structure to the upside here. It's not bad DCA in right now, Merle. I don't know. That looks pretty decent to me. Could this roll over? Yeah, your stop, I guess, is... but man, look at that gap. So I don't know anything about RTX, man. So I don't know if this thing's going to keep crashing because, something's going wrong in the company. So please use your fundamentals there as sign. But man, that dump there probably needs to be closed before more down. At least that, I would think. All right, let's look at Tesla. Okay, Tesla on the daily. What in the world? I've never seen that before. That's hilarious. That was funny. I was like, what in the world? I have never seen that. Let me do that again. Again. Guys, have y'all ever seen that? Oh, I didn't come back. Where'd you go, man? Where did Elon go? That was funny. Excuse me. Oh, that was... Okay, let's see here. All right, so what I'm seeing with Tesla here is that this could be... oh, man, I'm going to sneeze again. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of weird to see that on the chart. All right. Anyway, what I'm seeing here for Tesla is we've got a beautiful three-wave move with a rejection there. Okay, so we've got a W, X, and then a Y right there. Okay, so that's a nice correction. We got a three-wave move to the back. We might be in the process of making another, tag on. Another three-way move to the downside. We might be in that process, right? So this may be coming all the way back down here. And that could be a big 1 and a big 2. Now, it may not be that simple. It could be more complex than that, all right? So, in other words, this might be an A wave. Okay, we got A, we could get a B, and then a C. And that could be part of a large W. Complex WXY correction. Which is correcting the entire move. In other words, we have an impulse wave that's finished. Okay, we have an impulse wave. Okay, we gotta come on. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks done. It looks done. Now I'm saying, hey, we're going to correct here. We're going to stay in a range here for a while. All right? Before we dump and come back on the C leg or the Y leg. Okay? So I think that's real plausible here for Tesla. So I think we're going to be in a corrective mode here where we get three waves, something like that. Something like that. Okay? The 1-2-1-2 is also on the table, but I don't think so, Seth. I don't think this is just going to start shooting up here. I think this was an impulse wave. We need a lot more time to correct now. I think this needs to going to come. It's going to rally, and then it's going to rally, and it already has. So it's going to correct a little bit, maybe rally again. Oh, my chart is going all over the place, and it's frustrating. So I think this is more likely that we're correcting before a major down. So, yeah. How in the world, Sean? What do you mean, buddy? How in the world? So I would look for a rally here in this range, probably back to the upside, but look to see if it drops again for a third wave. If you get that third wave move like that, you know that this is going to be maybe A, B, and C working, or W, X, Y working before a larger crash coming later on. And that may be telling the story, guys, that the market is in the middle of crashing, but it's going to take a couple of years to develop. That we're just in the middle of correction, and now now we're coming down. All right, I'm just looking at something here on my screen here. Just give me 1 second. All right. For Tesla, no, we're not finishing wave 4. No. So I'm not sure if you caught my TA here. We finished 5 waves. So this is an impulse wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's an impulse wave done. Okay, and now you have what appears to be W, X, Y. I put that wrong there. So W to there. Come on, X. X to there, Y to there. Okay. So now what? Oh, come on. What? Oh, my screen is jumping all over the place. Is audio video good? Just let me know. So now what you've got here is an A, B, and a C. Looks like it's about finished now. And this looks like some kind of an A wave here. I'd be watching for a B wave and a C wave. Could we come down a little deeper for A? Yeah, absolutely. Right? But I'd be looking for some kind of ABC. If you want to short Tesla, I would wait for this B wave to develop. So let this happen. Let it retrace 3 waves. You get a 3-wave pullback, you short Tesla. Okay, how deep are you going to short it? Probably down here to $140. That's a safe short, probably. Back down to this range, and then you watch out for a move back to the upside. Now, all this trade idea predicates, on do we get a 3-wave move back to the upside? Okay. Yeah, my chart's jumping all over the place, man. Okay. Let's see. What is next on the list? Yeah, it's going to bounce somewhere from here. Yeah. For a B wave, it's going to retrace. It's this first move down. It's going to retrace 50 to 60%. It just depends on when it's finished, right? So when does this hidden bull that you see on the chart, when is that going to play out? It's going to play out at some point. This might come down a little bit deeper. This could come deeper, right? Then a 3-wave pullback. So I don't know if it's going to bounce from here. Now, I wouldn't trade the B wave. I wouldn't try to long the B wave. Okay, too hard to catch. Just sit out. Let it play. Let it play. Let it retrace. Okay, you could play a break of structure to the upside and play a long if you wanted to. And it might go up and give you a good 3-wave move. It might give you a bigger move, and I might be completely wrong. Seth might be right. This could be a 1-2, 1-2, and a big move to the upside is coming. But to me, right now, I think it's a safer bet based on the bearishness of all the markets. It's probably going to be moving down for a bit. No, there's no 5 waves. This is 3 waves here, buddy. That's WXY. So I'd be looking for a more complex. I'd be looking for a more complex correction before you get the next downward movement. So I think up is the direction for a while, correctively. So down, up. So that's the way I'm thinking. That would be my preference. That would be my first count. Could you pull back and just keep on rocking to the downside? You certainly could, but this is 3 waves here. So I would expect it in 3 waves, not 5 waves. So, yeah. Yeah, ABC can be a 1, 2, 3, but it's already retraced. You expect a 4 and a 5 and a proportionality that makes sense, and it's not there. You don't have it there. The DXY. Let's look at the DXY. Here's what I'm seeing, guys. I'm looking at this as 3 to the upside, 3 to the downside, looking for 5 to the upside. So I'm very bullish on the DXY, looking for targets somewhere around 109, 110. 109, 110 range, something like that. So I'm looking for this wave to keep going up. Will it go up straight? I don't know. No, it'll probably pull back in some way. But it certainly could possibly just keep on rocking straight on up to the upside. And that would be bearish for the rest of the markets for sure. So that's what I'm looking at for DXY. S&P, same thing. We could get a retest of the highs and then go, or this thing could just roll over and keep dumping on the S&P. Okay, and I'd be looking for a major dump here. Okay, major dump. It's going to take a while. It's going to take 6 months to a year to develop, or longer. Okay, so it's not going to happen overnight. Okay, but we could drop down to 2,400 over the next year. Okay, I think we're toppy. I think we're at the top. I think we're rounding over, and we've already broken structure on the 3-day. Guys, the 3-day has broken on the S&P, or is breaking. Yeah, it's breaking on the 3-day. So everything's looking bearish for sure. Okay, so that's the NASDAQ, same thing. The NASDAQ now has, I think, on the 3-day, definitely broken. Yeah, the NASDAQ is broken pretty good to the downside. So that's looking pretty bearish there. Hey, my pleasure, Sean. I answered your 1, 2, 3 ABC question quickly, but here's the proportionality of a 5-wave move. Okay, this is the proportionality of what you want to see on a 5-wave move, and here's the proportionality you want to see for an ABC, something a basic zigzag or basic ABC correction. That's kind of what you want to. So they're two different shapes clearly. Okay, and you want to see the 3rd wave be nice. You want to see it nice and extended, compared to the 1 wave. So that's 5 waves. That's 3 waves. Okay. I know I answered your question quickly. Okay, let's keep rocking through the requests. I'm just going to just hit them quickly, guys. We want to look at the Lina, L-I-N-I, and then I'll look at, not this chart. Don't want to change this one. L-I-N-A, Lina, USDT. Boom. Okay, what are we seeing there? It kind of looks like H-bar. So you got, yeah, dang. Oh, that's ugly. Ugly. What I would love to see for Lina, I don't know what it is. What really looks awesome is, what if this were 3 waves right there, boom, and then that's the B wave of an A, B, and then we get a C, and then we would after that move to the upside, after that stop hunt, we'd be looking down for another wave. So all of a sudden you got boom, 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 and then we'd be looking up. And that correlates with exactly what we're looking at with Bitcoin. Okay? So I like that for Lina. What do you think? Who requested Lina? What do you think about that? Raj, what do you think? Raj. I kind of like that. So let's see if we get a pump here. I'm not telling you to trade that necessarily, but certainly it's a plausible idea that we could get a pump here, and that kind of correlates with maybe a pump that we're looking for BTC as well. Okay. Okay, after Lina, we wanted, let's see, Run, which is a stock. Then we'll look at ARB and BNB. And then I think CLSK. All right, real fast. Woo! Run broke that low, baby. That's broken. Guys, hold on one second. My son is having a nightmare. Oh, that was funny, guys. That was my son was that was quite funny. Excuse me. Thanks. Sorry about that. Okay. He was in there dreaming about something. Man, what does Run look like? It's bearish, man. I mean, just overall, it's just bearish. You got a 5-wave move to the upside. You got 3-wave. Man, this thing could take a turn. But hit the low and then reverse, something like that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it looks like it's going to hit this low, come down to these levels right here, and then in reverse. I'd be looking for a long in this range on Run. I don't know anything about Sun Running. I don't know anything about it. I'm not telling you, I'm not giving you advice here, but yeah, that may want, or it could just keep crashing. Man, my chart is jumping all over the place. So what I do when I can't see anything, yeah, this is looking bearish, guys. This is bearish to me. So I think, man, this looks very bearish. Oh, Andrew, I'm glad we're kind of seeing the same thing there on Run. I don't know anything about them, so I mean, but this is looking. We're coming on a support line here, so it may just hit this low and then wick back. So watch out for something like that maybe before it rolls over and goes over some more. So those are some ideas there. That's a tough little chart. There's not a whole lot of information there to really pay attention to. Okay, let's look at ARB. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't help you with ARB. There's no data here. So, I mean, there's really no data. Just looking at it here. So let's mark the 0. Zero's down here. So you know, it started here. Is there a better chart? KuCoin, has it got more info? Bybit. I'll give you my count for H-bar if you hang in there. I'll show you my count. So, you know, I mean, I look at this and I'm like, man, that's 3 waves right there, right? So I'm looking at this as 3. So he hit the low one more time, and then boom, we got the again. We get all these charts kind of have us going up here before down, right? So boom, boom, boom. Or this was all we got. This is what we got. That was our flat. And now this is going to just kind of come up here and then roll over. So there's another option for you. Boom, boom, boom. And we don't get a real big correction. We just get a small one, and then we go. So you know, that's a possibility as well, too. Seth, was that your request, ARB? Let's look at H-bar real quick. I'm bearish on H-bar. Just so you know right now. I'm pretty bearish. Okay, so how am I looking at this wave? The way I look at that wave is that we got a boom, 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 right there. That's a correction, and that separates a W, X, and a Y. We got an initial wave down. Okay. So after that initial wave down, we got a correction. This may be getting more complex. Boom, boom, and then a big move down. So I'm looking for you know, this generally to go possibly to the downside, but corrective over the next. It's looking corrective. Looks like it's gonna spend some time correcting. Yeah, let's look at BNB because somebody requested it and I was supposed to look at it. Let me just take a peek at BNB here. Where is BNB on my chart? There it is. Boom. Is that a triangle in BNB? I don't think that's a triangle. The log chart. I don't do log. I do not believe in the log chart. So I'm just going to do regular here. Oh, you're talking about on the 15-minute time frame. Could we be in a triangle? A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, actually, triangle looks done. If that's a triangle, if that is a triangle, it's looking about finished. Looking like we're going to go down, hit the low, and then go. So if it's a triangle, you should see it hit the low and then reject back up. That's the way triangles should play. That's a potential. That looks pretty decent right there, just looking at it. 4-hour chart. That's the small time frame. Get the daily for BNB here. All right, what do we got going on here? Yeah, don't you think this? Don't you think BNB looks like it needs a flat here? So boom, boom, finish this thing, and let's shoot up. You think BNB needs a flat? No, I haven't looked at sheet. I'll look at it for you, Brandon. Promise. I'll look at Tomo as well. Yeah, this is looking ready for at least a pump here. It's not a triangle. It's not. It's not a triangle. The 15-minute might be a triangle. But yeah, it just seems like we need to pump here. BNB on the weekly. My mouse is jumping all over the place. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, I mean, you know, don't you think BNB is correcting? So don't you doesn't it look like BNB needs to come up here, tag on it, and then come down for 3, get all the way back down here. That's exactly what it looks like to me. So we got 3, 3, 3. So yeah, I think that flat, that move to the upside is real plausible, real possible. But small time frame, what's it going to do next? Yeah, it looks dumpy. Looks like it's going to dump, and then maybe pump. A bump is coming. A bump. A bump. Looks very plausible. And then up again. We'll see. Just an idea for now. Don't take that as definite, GG. Don't take that as you know gospel. Obviously, it's just wave structure idea, right? So, but right now this looks like 1, 2, 3 triangle 4. Maybe we get 5. See what happens after that. If you get that, see what happens after that. See if you get a move back to the upside. Okay, what else? What else have I forgotten? Have I gotten them all? Did I get everything? I'm trying to. Oh, no, we need CLSK. Stock. And then Tomo. All right, weekly chart. Let's start there. Oh, that's trash. Clean Spark Inc. Super volatile. Let's go to the daily. Nice leading diagonal. I would wait for this more than likely to retrace. If that's a leading diag, wait for a retracement 60% before you give it a long. So let it come back. Pull your retrace fibs on this guy. Let it come back to the 618 or so. and then you DCA in long from there. That's the way I would play that if it were me. We've broken the RSI. So down is the direction for now, I think. It could go up and then down, or it could just roll over and come down. But you're looking at a buy maybe from this range. But you should also wait for it to break to the upside, just to give you some confirmation that, yeah, it's going up. But yeah, that looks like a nice first wave. Looking for a wave 2, and then up we go. That's the way at least it looks to me. Oh yeah, Shiba. Let's look at Shiba real quick. Shiba. Okay. 3-day chart on Shiba. Is it going to die? Is Shiba going to die? Let's mark 0. Yeah, RGC, no worries. I hope that helps you a little bit. Just an idea from an Elliott perspective. That's what I would be watching, at least if I were trading CLSK. Yeah, Shiba, what's it doing? I mean, it's being trashy. But, you know, this looks fairly bullish. We had that nice pump the other day, didn't we? Yeah, boom, 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 boom. You kind of got 5 waves in there. Are we waiting for this to retrace? It looks like, Brandon, we need a retracement and then more down. And then maybe pumping up. It looks like we need a retrace and then some more down for now. This is looking very similar fractally as that. So boom, boom, more down, right? So let's get a retrace and then more down. I'd say that's where we are now, like right now. We're in the middle of a larger correction, but we need to move back up before we get more down. But I think more down's coming. So on the 3-day, we need a couple 3-day green candles, or at least one, and then down. That's the way it looks to me. Like Shiba. If I look on the 12-hour, yeah, I mean, we're gonna roll over for a 5th wave, boom, and then 3-wave back up and get more down. Yeah, maybe. Okay, there's Shiba. Looks like a Tomo. SDT. Interesting chart. Looks bearish to me. Fractally, kind of looks like boom. Oh, sorry. See that move right there? Then you got that move down and retraced and then back down. So we're retracing, looking more down. That's what I would say, and before we get any kind of bigger pump, if it's going to do that at all. But I'm kind of bearish on Tomo. Excuse me. On the daily. Yeah, I mean, it could go up a bit more and then come on back down. That's the way I would think about it. This might be ready for down now. Small time frame. I don't see any trades right now. Yeah, this chart doesn't look good for me to trade it right now. I don't like this wave structure at all. But if you required me to guess, this looks three wave-ish. Looks like it needs to come down next. It may be not ready. It may need a couple more highs before that down move comes. But that's what the move looks like to me. Maybe something like this, and then down. So I would watch for a break of structure to the downside. Take that short. But I personally am bearish. Something like that. Okay. And that's just my take on that chart as I look at it. Could be wrong. What's last here? SOL. Let's do SOL. Woo. See if I can make it here because I'm getting tired, guys. But I'm not falling asleep. SOL. There she be. See, now I look at that chart and I'm like 535. That looks bearish as crap. My pleasure, sir. My pleasure. What do I do apart from trading? I'm a remodeler, contractor. I do look at charts all day. Sometimes while I'm doing drywall. Or playing disc golf. I've taken up disc golf over the last couple of summers and I love it. Love playing. Boom, boom, boom. Three-way pullback and more down. So a little SOL looks like a little pullback and then more down. Man, I like the Matic chart, guys. I do. Don't forget about Matic. I think Matic is a short on the small time frame and then a long. A short into a long. That's a proper correction right there. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. Let's go down. Let's go. Do you believe in Matic? All right, yeah. So SOL is kind of looking the same. We need a bit of a correction up. That's in the daily chart. So, yeah, maybe we get a hit to the low and into a long, three waves back up, and then we short it again. All right, guys. Did I hit everybody? I think I hit everybody. $375. Yeah, that's real plausible, bro. I mean, if that's an ABC. Or here's another option. This is, what if this is A, B, and now we're getting C. Now, that's a real bearish look. That's a real bearish look. Roll over on SOL, finish down, and then we go up. And that's a bigger move. And then down to those lows. Seth. I think that's real possible as well. Thanks, Amen. Appreciate it. Why don't I do full-time trading? Yeah, primarily just because I don't have the capital right now to be a full-time trader. I'm not a rich man. I'm building my account, working my account to where I want it to be full-time. So I do it organically rather than borrow money or whatever. Or gamble a bunch of money. So I'm building an account organically. So, yeah, I started doing this as a contractor. I mean, I've been doing remodeling since 2012. But I started teaching myself to trade back in 2018. And I've been studying the markets ever since, growing. And so, yeah. Eventually, I'll be full-time. But bear market's killing for sure. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I'm tired, but glad you guys came, and I hope you enjoyed the live stream. All ideas, guys. All ideas. I'm not sure. I'm not here to tell you what the market is or isn't going to do, but I'll just share. That's how I'm looking at the market. So, hope that helped you guys. Well, have a great night, and we'll catch you on the upside. I'm planning on rebooting the channel, guys. I'm planning on rebooting the channel, getting some more content. I've been really just thinking about it a lot lately, and I just really need to continue just to push through, and I've been taking a bit of a break and only doing the Sunday night charts, but I'm going to start getting. Oh yeah, this is my merch. If you want something, if you want some of my merch, I think a link is in the description. So if you want one, it says "Chill, the markets always come back." So if you don't have that, you're welcome to go to my merch channel and pick it up. This is what I say. It's all the time. So anyway, yeah. Hope you, if you're a trader, get one. And I've got a couple other fun things. I think the link's in the description. Is the link to my merch in the description? Let's see here.
This is not just a deck of cards. This is a collection of 54 beautiful...
Yeah, the Bonfire store. Jim of All Trades merch. Yeah, go there. And you can check out my t-shirts. And I got a coffee mug that it says "Chill, the markets always come back." And it's a really big coffee mug. It's nice. I like it. It's kind of pricey, but that's what merch is. So anyway, yeah, another way to support. All right, guys. I enjoyed hanging out with you. I hope you did too. Y'all have a great night. Behave yourselves, and we'll see you again. Take it easy. Hey, Jay, just saw you here. Crypto Fever. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Cool. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Don't be a stranger in the Discord. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.